Hi and welcome. So in this video I'm gonna teach you how to do your own custom scripts here in Elden Ring. So you wanna do something that you don't have the time to do, you wanna farm some specific mob, monster, you wanna, earn some extra runes, you're gonna do something. I'm gonna show you how to write your own script and explain it pretty slowly. I'm gonna share you a template for how to create a script, and I'm gonna in this video explain everything about how to create this script and make it really easy for you to work. So I'm right here at the first steps. I just entered the playfield. I'm on my second journey, but I think I'm gonna represent that we are just started and we wanna farm some extra runes. So you're gonna go ahead, and find yourself something to kill pretty fast. So we're just gonna scroll around. This is the first step. Now, the most important part is that you can find some sort of grace where you can rest before you initiate this script. Because when you rest at a grace, you reset the world, and the world monsters you killed will get back. For example, look at the guy in the background here walking with a torch. We could create a script where we walk up to the guy and basically kill him. Just like this. Not a problem. And we'll get some runes for that. And then rinse and repeat. However, there are other ways we can do it more efficiently. If we travel just further along this road here, we're gonna find another interesting place, which is this town. Now there is a grace right up at the front gate, as you can see, and in the very early beginnings of the game you might find this challenging enough, so I'm gonna present to you this location for now. This is where you're gonna rest and get the grace. So the general idea is that you walk down here to the guy, you focus on him, and you kill him. Now, depending on which class you are, you might need to initiate some sort of, and I just fired off a end-game spell that you can think about. Also have a video if you already know the end-game spell, but you might need to do some, blocking or something. The mobs also drop stuff like armors and stuff, which are really good in the beginning of the game. So let's try and create a script to kill this guy. Now I'm gonna do it with the actual attack here. So we are attacking with a weapon, and that's it basically. So let's go ahead and rest at the grace and just reset the world, go out of it just like that, and we're gonna focus on this guy. I'm gonna crouch and go to the guy so I'm hidden. For as long as I'm hidden, and I don't know for how long this will work. We're gonna test it for now. Attack him. There we go. And he died. And then we walk back. Or basically we can press G, F, E 2 times. And since we are really close to the grace, it's gonna pick that grace on the map for us, which is gonna be easy for us to work with. So when we use the grace, we're gonna spawn this way. So what we really need to do is to turn the camera around to around this angle here and press W once. Then we have to press a key to focus, the C key to crouch, not to be engaged by the guard. Attack 2 times fast, and it seems like if we do it that fast, he's not gonna react to us. So that is gonna be our script to farm this boss. And in the start of the game, this is gonna give you a lot of runes, and basically you can just walk back and come back an hour later and have maybe, I don't know, 10,000 runes or 20,000 runes, which should be a lot to gain some easy quick levels, and basically that's it. So let me just show you the template I have for my script here. This is the template. And what we're gonna do is basically only fill in the blanks, which is just a demo of we send a keystroke, we sleep for some time, we send another keystroke, and we sleep for some more time. So the general idea that when we start the loop, we should basically start off with pressing G, pressing F and E 2 times like this. Now you couldn't see my keyboard, but that is what I did. And that is the short keys for, you know, getting to this place. I'm going to try in G, F, E, E. I did nothing. And let's see if the camera is the same exact angle. That is very important. So now I'm going to try another angle. I'm going to stand like this. G, F, E, E. Is my camera angle the same again when I exit? So we can see it is exactly the same angle. So that is very important when you create the script, because when you are going to push down a key on the keyboard, it's not gonna know where you are now, where you're looking. This is the way the camera is being rotated. So if I press W now, it's gonna turn exactly the way the camera is, as you can see. So this is the mechanic we're going to use. Alright, so let me just go back again. And we're gonna press G down, and I'll do that. So we're gonna create a group of this. So we press G, and then we're gonna press the F key, as I told you about. Then we're gonna paste in one more group and press the E key once, and one more time we're gonna press the E key. Already this script is created, so when you press F3, it's gonna start the script and automate it forever, and when you press F8, it's gonna stop. So what I'm gonna do now is that I have a small folder here where my script is. I already downloaded the the program called AutoHotkey, which is something you need in order to execute the scripts. So you basically just double click it, and down here below you can see it's a small H, which is the actual script. If you want to close it, you right click it and click exit. However, right now I should be able to press F3, and you can see now I'm actually in loop, just continuously what's it called, teleporting back to the same location, which is the gate front. Of course, this is not very useful for us right now because we need to do some more stuff. So I'm gonna press F8, and you can see it stopped. And I'm gonna press Q to get out. Now, what we're gonna need to do now is when we teleport it done, we're gonna turn the camera. So we need to put in some short keys. So I'm gonna show you on the system, on the keybinds here. And the short keys we're gonna use is for the camera to operate, which is gonna be I, K, J, and L. So I for up, yes, and K for down, J for left, and L for right. We only need the J one because what we're gonna do is basically we're gonna say like 1, 2, so around 2 seconds it should be turning. That is the estimate of me. So you're gonna, this is where you started. So say 1, 2, maybe, let me see, 1, 2. So around 2 seconds. Let's bring up the script and say, now that we are pressing down the J key and releasing the J key, we're gonna do that for 2 seconds. So let's see what happens now when I go to the script here, right click it and say reload this script, and then I press F3. It's gonna teleport, automate for us, and now we should see it turns some sort of amount for us. That should be enough. I pressed F8 there pretty fast. I should not do that. Let me just get out of this. So let me just test one more time. So F3, and I'm gonna keep my hands off the keyboard. I just accidentally pressed F8. I shouldn't do that. So let's see if it turns enough. Okay, so it does a whole rotation, which seems like the rotational speed of the camera in this occasion case here is faster than the estimate that I gave. So I would say a whole rotation, 2 seconds, one rotation should then be 1 second. Now we could do a proof concept here and say like, how do we actually focus on an enemy? So let's go ahead and do systems and keybinds and see the actual lock on target is set to the short key of P, and you can choose any keyboard short key. I also have the middle mouse, as you can see. So P is the key. So we're gonna go back here and say, let's try this proof of concept. So P, and whoops. So now we have it. what we're gonna do now is press W in order to walk to the target, and we estimate that when we look at the target now, this is the angle of the camera after we like reset the world, 1 second turn, we press the P key so it focuses on the enemy. You can see the dot on the enemy, and then we walk forward, but we're pressing C first and we're crouching, and says 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, attack, attack, done. So let's go ahead and say it takes 10 seconds after we crouch it. So we're gonna go back to the script and say, before we run ahead in W, we're gonna take another chunk here and say C to crouch down, and then we're gonna do W for 10 seconds. We don't need to crouch for, and okay, so the sleep seconds for the P is for targeting, and that is enough for 150 milliseconds, and crouching is also enough for 150 milliseconds. Now the actual sleep amount here is not optimized in any way. I'm just really fast showing you a way to get it to work. And then we're gonna get to the enemy. We are done, and then we should do the actual attack. So now the attack in my occasion is the mouse button on the left. So let's see what it is on the keyboard. So we can see the left mouse button is attack. It is number 8. So I said it's number 8. So I can fire off number 8 in the script, which should be pretty easy. You can of course choose any short key you want. So the first one is then number 8, up and down, not for 10 seconds. I think 300 milliseconds should be enough. And then one more time, number 8, and then we should be done. So that is the actual script we just did. Now let's try it and say update it here on, and this can be sometimes a little hard to, so let me see if I can hit it. Update, reload this script. And I saved it, yes. And now we're basically just gonna, any place around, close to the grace of point. So we're gonna press F3. I'm gonna put my hands in the air now, and okay, so let's look at the script. Does it work? Is our amount of time we're turning using the J key enough? Whoops, we have an error here. So it just starts running. Very interesting. So let's have a look at this. So we said G, F, E, and J. Do we have some sort of error somewhere? And we should be very aware of the small syntax stuff. The small, all the signs there should be there. Let's see. You'll see. It seems like that everything should be in order. Let me just try and close the script one more time and then reopen it. And then we press F3 one more time. Let's see if we got it the first time. Sometimes the small things is gonna, make, so it runs forth. And it seems like that there's some sort of error. Let's see, what is it that, okay, so I know that what I did here is F8, there we go. So let me just rest the grace pretty fast so we are out of aggro. So what really happened here is that we have our script. It's pressing G, opening teleport, we're choosing the grace point, we teleport to it, and then we press down J, which is then pretty fast executed. And let's see, it takes 1 second. So something I forgot to talk about is that when you, and this is because my computer is pretty fast and I forgot about the amount of speed. So what you're going to think about is when you actually do G, F, E, and you teleport to the grace, pay attention to the amount of time here. the script doesn't know when you're done loading. So how much time did it take for you to load this? I'm gonna take that into consideration, and I'm gonna say, let's say 6 seconds and 600 milliseconds. So you're gonna, on this block here, so press G, F, E one time to select the grace, and then E one more time to teleport to the grace. Now then that's gonna take around 5, 6, 7, 8 seconds depending on the computer and the speed of it, and maybe even more. So you're gonna edit this. That is something you're gonna be aware of. You know, the other things here with J and P and the crouch and walking to it should be okay. Now I have a slight idea that we're only gonna need to walk for 9 seconds. So I'm gonna say 9 seconds, and then we're gonna attack once. So attacking is like pressing the button really fast. So it's like 1, 2. So that's within like a few hundred milliseconds. So what I'm gonna do here is say 200, and then up for 1 and 200, and then we're gonna wait for the death of it. Let's say 2 seconds and 600 milliseconds. This is gonna be the script for now. So let's go ahead and reload it. I'm gonna be close to the grace. There it is. Press F3, put my hands in the air and say, let's see what happens now. So I'm not really doing anything to my keyboard or my mouth. Let's see what happens. Okay, it turns. Okay, it doesn't turn that good. It crouches, it focuses on it. We could tweak the J key a bit so it turned even better, but it doesn't really matter, it works. And let's see. Attack. And oh, we missed that one attack. So that is the thing. The reason it drank the potion is that we also need to defocus on the mob before we rezone back. So look at this. When you focus on a mob like that and you press the G key, sorry, not the G key, the let's see, it presses the, what is it? Yeah, I think what it does is, and this is something you need to work out, you know, and the amount of sleep time. So it does press the G key. So what you're gonna do here, if you press the E key while you have a target or someone or not, you're gonna drink the potion. So let's go ahead and tweak this script just a bit more to get it more functional. So I'm saying, so we attacked once and we attacked again. Maybe we should try and do 200 milliseconds, and then in the end let's defocus on the target pretty fast by pressing the P key one more time, and let's see, does this actually work? So let's go ahead and reload. And this is the actual pain of creating scripts, is that you don't really know if the amount of milliseconds you sleep is enough. So I'm gonna show you somewhat something that works, and then let's see how far we get today. So we're crouching in order to be hidden. You could of course do many different things. You can spawn things and you can do incantations. Doesn't really matter. So attacking 1 time, 2 times. Now it works. We're drinking the potion. Shouldn't really do that. And yeah, and you can see that it kind of went to the part where it turned again to the J key. So what we need to do is probably introduce some sort of sleep here. Let me just try for, let's say, 3 seconds. And let's see if this is gonna work for us. So we're gonna take this, reload the script, F3, zoning now. My hands is in the air. I'm gonna put it on my chair now. Not really doing anything. It's turning, yes, and now we're walking down to the map. Alright. And it seems like it's working fine, not getting aggro of the other guard. So boom, boom. Wait for a second. Zoning back again. And the camera is turning. going down to the guard, and I see we have it, guys. So now we have a fully automated macro for how to create, you know, some easy farm. And what you're gonna get in this particular case is 320 runes. Now, I'm pretty sure that you cannot kill the guard in 2 hits when you're on this very low level. But you know, you can use this for any particular boss, any particular mob you want to kill. You can use it for incantations, you can use it for AoE stuff. It doesn't really matter what you're using. Now it's just automating, and this is the way you create an automated script in Elden Ring, and you can use this for any other game you wish to. It is the same. The only rules is that you're gonna keep the focus on the screen, you're gonna keep the game running. If you cannot, you know, do something else on your computer while you're doing this. This is the cost of doing the auto hotkey scripting. So without further ado, I'm just gonna say, I really hope you like this video on how to create scripts in Elden Ring. And I'm going to continue creating a few videos about stuff for Elden Ring, and I just hope to see more of you on my channel. If you wish to subscribe to my channel, please do. Leave a comment below. Watch my other videos about cybersecurity. Take care.